Welcome to my cauldron of mystery, otherwise known as a cauldron full of water vapor. But come with me today and I'll show you how you can make your very own smoking witch's cauldron. Today we're going to look at how we can make our own smoking, spooky witch's cauldron for a Halloween decoration using a lot of stuff you can get around town and some stuff you can get on Amazon for about $10. All in all, this will probably be about a $20 project. So let's see how we do. So all the parts we're going to use are pretty simple, like these glass beads you can get from craft store, this water atomization disc which you can get from Amazon. These are some string lights I also got from the craft store, which are pretty simple. This kind of little book box I got from the dollar store, and this cauldron that also came from the craft store. The first thing I did was fill up the cauldron with those glass beads I had so I can get a good idea of how much I needed and where I can drill the hole. What we're looking for is to drill the hole right above the layer of the glass beads, as we will be filling this with some water and we need to pass the cables through, so we need to make sure we're going to be above the water line. After that, I got out the string lights and unwound them from the coil. These things will usually come very tightly coiled, so what I'm doing here is trying to straighten them all out so it is easier to wrap them into the right size circle that I would like to put inside of the cauldron. So when your lights are ready, all we have to make sure is that we feed the lights through the outside of the hole into the inside, and then we're going to loosely turn these into a little bit of a wider circle to kind of fill the bottom of the cauldron. Don't have to be too careful about the circle as long as they're mostly roundish and they fit inside. Now we can put our circle of lights into the bottom of the cauldron, and again, do not worry if your circle is not very round as long as it is in there. The point of the lights is just to diffuse it among the glass, which does not have to be perfectly circular. The other thing I'm doing here is using some hot glue to make the light stick to the bottom. I'm not doing the whole thing, but this will let some light diffuse through the glass beads and make sure the string doesn't completely come out of the cauldron. I even purposely left some lights into the middle to make sure I got a more uniform glow across the whole bottom. The way we're going to make smoke is using what's called a water atomization disc. This part may look a little scary if you've never done anything with electronics, but I promise it's super easy to put together. It's just plug the disc in and put in this little plastic piece and you're all done. If you've ever had one of those essential oil machines where there's a little bit of mist that comes out the top, this is the same technology that's used. Basically, there's a little wick that gets full of water, either from sitting in a pot or in this case a cauldron, and the water goes up through the wick and it presses against the bottom of this metal plate. This metal plate now vibrates at a frequency that water gets excited at, and it makes it explode into a mist. So this is pure water vapor coming out of this, which is really nice for projects where you don't want to have to use a fog machine or smoke. This is just water and you can keep refilling the cauldron if you ever run out of water. To put the water atomization disc into the cauldron, unplug the cable from the board, but keep the plastic bit on the end and feed that cable back through the hole. Add some water into the bottom of the cauldron, but make sure you don't cover the black plastic disc or the hole where the wires come through. We don't need too much water in here, but a little bit should suffice. The book box from the dollar store is a great place to store the battery and the wires for the cauldron. I really liked how this turned out, as the theme was the same and it gave it a nice little pedestal for the cauldron. I find the best way to get these things in here is to plug everything in, turn it on, put it inside the book, and then kind of rotate the whole thing so it's easy to close the lid and get the cauldron back on top. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kind of like arts and craft. I know it's a little bit different than what I'm doing, but I had this idea and I thought it was really cool and wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope you guys get a chance to make this before Halloween, and I think it'll make a great little party decoration to have on your table. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again in the next one.